Welcome to Chill Time with Jose. For the lovely guys on YouTube, for guys on Twitch who've been hearing me talk for about 5 minutes probably. Yeah, 5 minutes, close enough. But we got some more CSGO action. As you guys may have noticed, I did take a kind of a Christmas and a New Year's break because not many games were happening, to be honest. In fact, CSGO didn't have like a single game on HLTV for about a week or so. So not really much to talk about, but we do have some news. So ESL have said something about the NA scene and what they're doing with the ESL Pro League, because there was a lot of complaints towards ESL about the Mountain Dew League in particular, which was there was training seasons, which you actually didn't win anything other than money, which was seemingly pointless. Like, you're basically trying to keep your role without getting relegated, which could be very, very, very annoying if you got relegated and it's the ESL Pro League season. And secondly, like, there wasn't much point of having team-based content when solo-based content, such as, getting top in faces, stuff like that, paid up more than actually winning Mountain Dew League. And there's a lot of complaints overall as well, like, basically a BO1s into a BO3. People didn't like that setup. So, they've changed a bit on that. They've given us a big update, and trust me, you guys will love that to pieces. I think ESL have done a really good job on this. And ESCA, and the ESCA Premier League. Okay, keep that in mind before we go down. But anyways, let's just start up with our first thing from HLTV. From Striker, and this has come out of left field given how well MIBR initially performed, which I'm so confused about. I guess VSM, he's banned by back, but I have not a clue why MIBR just basically dismantled their team. This team, like, that they put together, like this cobbled together team, actually performed really, really, really well. And I'm just chuffed that MIBR didn't stick with this. Like, I'm sitting there going like, okay, you stuck with Fall and Taco and all that stuff, giving you substandard results. And when a team gives you semi-decent results, like really good results for a team that is completely obliterated, you basically cut up all their contracts. I just don't understand it. Just don't understand. I don't know what MIBR are playing at. They gave, 2 years to Fallen and his crew, and they give 3 months to these guys. I'm like, sitting there, what do you hope to accomplish? That's what I'm going to say. What do you hope to accomplish in 3 months? Like, you think you can build a team, like, you can whack together 5 guys and, like, expect them to be, like, top 10 rankings in 3 months? Dude, FaZe tried that. They weren't even top 10 in the first 3 months, okay? You guys gotta let them play together. But anyways, let's just read the article. You got my opinion so far. So, no official reason been given by the organization. Lucas One revealed that the contracts were 3 months, and a contract renewal couldn't be sorted out. I have no idea how you did not renew a contract. Meanwhile, report from Colossus states that MIBR faced difference behind the scenes with a buyout of Leo. And no shit, the Portuguese like denied this came to MIBR never made an offer. So Shark saw me, they never made an offer for Leo. And negotiations with other players, and the coach fell through because the entire lineup wanted to stick together. Then talk to them. The trio played 3 tournaments under MIBR, now placing 7th and 9th at Blast, 5th and 8th at the Premier Fall Showdown, and 4th at Flashpoint 2. Picking up some big wins against Furia, FaZe, and OG. And MIBR didn't want to sign these guys. Okay, I am so confused. Give me a good reason why MIBR didn't sign these guys. Dude, your team of Fallen couldn't even beat these fucking teams. They didn't even qualify for the main event. So I'm so confused why MIBR has done this. I think there's probably some stuff happening behind the scenes with Immortals, not terribly too sure, because Immortals have made some bad decisions by investing in other leagues that are not doing so great. But I don't think you should take... like, with the MIBR roster currently, like, you don't have to pay them that much, like, honestly. Like, you don't have to pay them that much. Like, these guys, they're probably tier 2, 2.5 players that have had a really good few tournaments. I don't think you need to pay him that much. Like, I don't think payment should be an issue. Like, I just don't think MIBR really tried to try to get these players on board. They're just, 3 months, that's it. And I don't know what they're going to do. Like, I don't know what MIBR are trying to pull here. Like, who realistically are they going to get out of the Brazilian scene? Are they going to try to buy out Furia, which is never going to happen? But this just confuses me. Like, this just really confuses me about... Like, I thought this team was going to be picked up for MIBR going to extend their contracts. Because this team played pretty well in Flashpoint 2. Like, they got further than I predicted. I didn't think MIBR was going to get even, like, 5th or 6th. Then again, I did predict VP to win the entire event, and guess who was right there. Okay. But anyways, we got some new updates in CSGO, just in case you guys want to. Got some new updates. So we've had a new operation, being Operation Broken Fang since then, with new skins, new missions, stuff like that. But I got some more updates here as well, where they're like, really polishing future maps as well. Like, a lot of Engage updates, a lot of Cache updates, a lot of Agent updates, Guard updates as well. Like, it's another map as well. I've got to say, I think Valve are going all out and making sure that there are so many maps prepared that they can just literally blast Valorant, being like, okay, we have a bigger variety of maps, bigger boost, more strategy and stuff like that. Then, Valorant, the right right FPS. And, I think basically what they're doing here is like, they've got the new Operation Broken Fang. They've got a few new, potential maps that can be switched in as well. Because the current map setup has been the map setup for almost a year, I believe, with Vertigo being added to the mix. And, it might be time to switch some maps out. They are thinking of adding Ancient in. I'm wondering if they're going to remake Cobblestone and put that back in as well. There's a few maps that they can realistically put back in to replace some of the maps that they still have currently. Like, there's a few maps in there that have been in there the entire time and haven't really been replaced. Now, overall, I think Valve are getting really into gear on CSGO. They still really need to talk to the players and still really need to talk to TOs as well. But, talking about TOs, we've got ESEA. So, this is from HLTV. So, ESEA, well, let's just take about this one, okay? ESEA have made a big announcement on HLTV. So, seasons, there's going to be 4 seasons now instead of 3 seasons. They're going to improve the state of ESEA Premier, formerly known as Mountain Dew League. So, I can assume now that Mountain Dew have pulled the pin, leading ESEA Premier, well, unsponsored. Then ESEA have also increased their prize pool and seasons, and basically every single person or every single team that wins Mount Dew League or whatever gets a spot in it will be an ESL Pro League. Big announcement. Announced on their Twitter as well. And we get the scoop from the horse's mouth from ESEA. So basically, ESEA will increase the seasons to 4. So 36 will be 36 will be January to April. 37 will be May to July. 38 will be August, October, and 39 will be October, December. Basically meaning there's no player break for these tournaments, effectively. They basically tell you that season 36 is closing shortly. ESL Premier is now part of the ESL Pro League with significant structural improvements. Qualification ESL Pro League, you can do it in all 4 seasons. You also get an extra kicker as well. The DreamHack to open qualify invites, okay? You get directly invited to closed qualifiers, just in case you're wondering of those events, okay? Yeah, that's a tight schedule. Yeah, well, we're going to have to thread the needle, okay? We're going to have to thread the needle, but it's going to be an extremely tight schedule with the 4 seasons. I mean, I can tell you now, like, the player break, I'm going to say, is non-existent, okay? It's like, if the tier 1 teams and the player union actually cared about the player break, they would actually have a player break, which I think was only like 1 week. There's going to be so much default wins. I don't think there will be many default wins, considering I think it's going to be like BO3 and each team versus each other once. I'm sure they can schedule 7 BO3s, given the fact there's so many small TOs scheduling so many BO3s to begin with. So that should be pretty easy to do. Now, basically, what's going to happen is that every ESL Pro League team is going to have 2 EU, 2 NA, and there'll probably be no global challenge. I'm going to say I think they might scrap the global challenge indefinitely, given the fact there's no relegation and promotion. And understandably so, that's probably going to be a good thing if they scrap the global challenge. Additional ESL Premier on the current standings will receive invites to close qualifiers of DreamHack Open events going forward, which means they can go into IEM and DH Masters, which I think is a very, very good change, because with ESEA, it was just basically, it was just DreamHack and Intel, and then there was ESEA and, ESL Pro League, which didn't really make much sense when they're all the same fucking company. So it's good to put it all in there. I mean, even ESL Play Amateur runs BO3, but if teams want to avoid def winning, I expect more teams to choose play 3 or 4 seasons a year. I assume you mean default winning. Yeah, I guess so. But I think, you know, a lot of the teams in there, especially with the increased prize pool, I think they'll play a lot more ESL Premier. Like, I think they will probably play more of that because ESL really putting a lot of money in it. Even though they're losing money on ESL, which I'm actually, you know, a bit surprised that they're upping the prize pool given that they're losing money on it. Now, the tournament format, basically there'll be another announcement for Australia. I'm going to assume there's probably going to be more DreamHack Open Close Qualify invites in the future for Australia. I'm not sure if it, like, you know, I'm not sure what's going to happen there. It could be even a cancellation of the ESA Premier for Australia. Not entirely too sure. Given that the teams have been promoted, but I'm not totally too sure what's happening in Australia. I haven't been given any update at all. But yeah, so basically it's just strengthening up the level. For my opinion, I don't think they'll be offered DreamHack Open invites. But yeah, they don't have to complete with Valorant. They want to keep good prize pools to get count in the game. Yeah, of course. Since, you know, NA has been decimated effectively because Riot give a sniff of a pro league or franchise league spot, and every NA org wants a piece of that money, and they go, oh, I don't want to go into a game where I actually have to manage my roster. I want to go into a game where I can buy my way into a league and buy my way to success. Would be surprised if Valve are backing ESA. Neither would I, to be honest. Like, Valve are quite sneaky. Like, everyone goes, oh, Valve doesn't do anything. And I like sitting there going, like, Valve are like these people that work really good in the background. They don't put it to the foreground, okay? Unless they really need to. I mean, look at that guy who said he got a VAC ban because, like, you know, and Valve were going to remove it. And that guy's like, no, you got a VAC ban because you're fucking a cheater. Okay, like that kind of thing. Remember that guy? I'm trying to forget his name. But, like, you know, that's the only time Valve really responds. They really just work in the background a lot better. And they don't talk unless they really need to talk. And that's it. So basically, tournament format and prize money changes 4 seasons. We'll adjust the format of ESL Pro teams. Teams will be split in 2 groups playing a round robin BO3 format. This is going to be interesting with the groups. You talk about Yampy? No, not talking about Yampy. Yampy's ban is stupid. I'm talking about that guy. What was he? It was the one that, like, found some, like, leaked code finger and is, like, hailed a hero. And he got VAC banned and stuff like that. Like, you know, him, that guy. I'm trying to figure his name, but he lied about why he got banned. And then the Valve dude came in and said, no, you got banned because you're a hacker. Like, he basically, like, disclosed the emails. Like, you know, they don't talk unless they have to. Which can be pretty bad, you know, because basically it's radio silence and no one has any idea. So pretty much they're doing a virtual studio broadcast, which will be adjusted schedules for league matches. They already do this already. I can tell you now, back in the back scenes of ESA Premier, they already do that. Like, they basically talk to teams, be like, oh, you want to move it an hour earlier so our scheduled broadcast can go ahead? They already do that, by the way. So I can tell you guys now, they're just telling you publicly that they do this, but they've been doing it previously as well, the BO1s. I can tell you that now. Because I've lost a few games because they've done this, like, because, you know, ESA TV's on it. There's going to be some cool qualities as well. Riot are messing everything up right now. They're losing so many players because of all the cheats, and they're not allowing TOs to run indie leagues. Yeah, this is talking about Riot. Okay, this is Valorant. This is a sidebar from Charlotte in chat. That chat won't be active, obviously, on the thing. But this is what happens because Riot own the rights and they hold them so forcefully that they do this kind of thing where they just strangle out all the leagues and the TOs and stuff like that. It happened with League, okay? This is why I don't want to go into casting of Valorant, is because Riot will snap up the rights, employ people who are, you know, friendly with them. I'm gonna tell you now, I'm not friendly with Riot. Okay, like I don't like who they're funded by. Simply put, like I don't like who they're funded by. They're not gonna hire me as a talent, so I don't want to dedicate any time into it. Because, like, what's the point? They're gonna be like, oh, Jose doesn't like this. Jose's never gonna get hired as talent. You know, you get what I mean? Like, if Riot hold all the cards, then, like, what am I meant to do? And not to mention, like, you know, did you see what Riot did to Richard Lewis? Like, I'm going to tell you guys this. Richard Lewis is casting a StarCraft 2 tournament in DreamHack, which League of Legends was there as well. And Riot call up DreamHack, oh yeah, if you don't kick Richard Lewis out of a StarCraft 2 tournament, we're not going to have League of Legends here. I'm going to just cancel it. Like, you really want people like that there? Like, oh boy. Oh, man. That's why, okay? Just in case you guys are wondering, you're thinking about, oh, I might cast a Valorant. Be careful. Be very careful. Because those that don't, right, can be very duplicitous. But anyway, let's talk about the other stuff, okay? So BO freeze, league restriction will build a match schedule on based off the team's block days. So teams gonna have days where it's blocked, they can't do it, and then they build a schedule around that. So I'm not sure how this is gonna work, but we'll see how it works, okay? Like, I'm gonna tell you now, you guys gotta wait and see, because I've never seen this format occur where they just block out days and they'll play on certain days. Never seen it. We just have to wait for it to occur. Improving coverage quality. So ESL Premier will be an uplift in coverage quality. I don't have any idea on who will be the production for it yet, because it hasn't been announced. Just in case you guys are wondering as well, I think most of you guys don't know that Misty was managing broadcasting for ESEA. He's no longer with ESEA and ESL. Just in case you guys are wondering, he's no longer with them. They didn't renew his contract. Just in case you guys are wondering, okay? Like, you guys may have not seen it. Like, Charlotte will probably know that Misty's gone. But a lot of you guys don't know that Misty is not part of ESL, ESEA anymore. Okay, he left the MDL channel a few years ago. Maybe you'll be picked up. What, me? No, I can't. Dude, with broadcast packaging, I am absolutely useless with OBS. Like, Johnny, like the guys who does all the things here is done by Johnny. It's not done by me. I am useless at Photoshop, okay? Like, I can change a few things in Photoshop and logos and stuff like that. But the art style, nah, that's not me. I can't do that. I can change, you know, names, logos. I'm very resourceful in getting those things, like, on the paper, like getting all the information. But I'm not good at organizing it all. Yeah, but you're more than a decent caster. Maybe. But, you know, we'll see what happens, okay? Sometimes, even if I have the information that I might be doing something good, I've just got to keep it on a download until it actually happens because, you know, reasons. There's nothing, by the way, just in case you're wondering. I'll tell you that now. Now, the upgrade for ESL Premier Match is the uplift in quality. I believe it is being shown on ESL's official Twitch channel. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Sorry, guys. I got to up the value. But see here, this is very important, okay? Because a lot of people follow ESL's Twitch channel. I am not sure if that will do anything. Okay, I'm not sure if that'll, you know, increase the viewership. Because I think most people who know that ESL have a CSGO channel will know that ESEA has a CSGO channel. Not entirely too sure, by the way, the poll here. Dude, I'm not even kidding. This keeps going up, okay? Like, this poll keeps going up. Like, dude, last time I saw this poll was at 32%. Now it's at 34%. People are still voting in this poll. Oh my god. It's been over for like a month and people are still voting on it. Anyways, I know it's off track topic, guys, but seriously, like, let's keep going. So basically, all the rendering matches will not be delivered from main production, and it'll be in 720p on Jose's channel. Oh, sorry, will be covered through ESEA's partnership network. Sorry, I just completely forgot. Man, whoops, sorry. You know I can't stream in 1080p for some weird reason. I think I'm going to get a better processor, potentially. But yeah, so basically they're applying for more casters to come on. I think this is a problem with ESA Premier, is that they might have to start paying their talent. I'm going to tell you that now. I think they might have to start paying their talent if they're going to put BO freeze on there. That's my call, okay? Like, I enjoy, you know, casting ESA Premier. I don't mind it, like, but I think you're just going to start paying people, okay? Like, you know, you can't be on freebies forever. You know, even though it's like kind of my hobby and stuff like that, like, I think I'm going to have to start, you know, charging. They're getting paid. No, I'm just saying in general that they're going to have to start paying casters because they are, like, you know, they're asking people to cast BO freeze as like a kind of like, you know, community kind of role. Hopefully, you know, they maybe get fun around it and be like, okay, you know, we'll start paying you instead. You know, it'll be pretty good. Another improvement is that basically ESA will shift away from individual competitions like rank S and more team-based. This had to be done. I'm actually really happy that they've been listening to Curry, I believe. I think Curry quoted a lot of these things as well to up the prize pool. They've been listening to Curry quite a bit, which is really, really good to see. And they're developing a new prize structure for ranked, which I'm not sure what it is. The thing is, like, you guys shouldn't get too hyped up about it yet. You need to find out what's going to happen, okay? Because, you know, it's good saying things, but actually doing things is a different kind of thing. So twice a month, teams will play in the cash cups for blah, blah, blah. And a heavy shift towards NA based on the fact that EU teams have more highly prized cups to compete in. At least someone's reading the room. Like whoever got all this information is doing a good job at reading the room. The fact that NA needs more money put to it, and EU teams have more prize cups contained, like that they've realized that, you know, NA is probably the scene to target, and NA scene has no few options comparison. Like, let's be real, it's just the Mythic League and what's the other league? Like E-Play League, wasn't it? It was like there's only really 2 leagues in the NA scene, and if a team wins a Cash Cup 2 times in a row, team can't compete in a 3rd Cash Cup. Basically, at least they explained why. Like, you know, stop winning so much money. NA's just imploded right now. They all gone to Valorant, yeah, of course, because big orgs recruited them. Who can really resist them? Okay, who can really resist them? And now they openly invite co-streamers, content creators, and stuff like that. I don't think this is realistically new. Like, all I'm gonna say now, this, like, you could already do this. Like, if you know how to use the ESL database and stuff like that, and knew how to use the website, and you know how to use HLTV, like, this isn't relatively new. Like, anyone can cast Cash Cup. Like, it's super easy. Like, you just go up here, you go, let's just say events. Like, you know, let's say you're looking for the Cash Cup, or let's say you're looking for this, for example. Okay, you just go click view bracket, and then what you do is you go, okay, I want to watch these guys play. Go to the match page when it's up, and be like, okay, go TV IP here, go in. By the way, there's no go TV IP here because it's already been done. But that's what you used to do, okay? Like, it's nothing particularly new to me. I guess it's to the newer casters and stuff like that, but it's not new to me at all. Like, I know what I'm doing here as well. So I don't think this is a new one. I guess they're just telling people that, hey, you guys can cast stuff. It's like available all on our website. Because I gotta tell you now, like, when I first started casting CSGO, like, someone just told me, like, someone randomly told me, oh yeah, ESL's got all the IPs open. You can just, like, cast any game in there. I'm like, really? I'm like, yeah, go for it. Like, they had the IPs active and I was just casting them. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, you know, that's pretty much it. And this was someone telling me. It wasn't ESL telling me. It was someone telling me, okay? It was, I think it was Dr. Wallen. She told me that, oh, the IPs are all open on the website. You could probably cast a few of their games. And I think it was Crazy as well. Like, Crazy told me that as well. Like, Crazy, one of our mods, Crazy_wow. He said, like, yeah, they have the IPs open all the time. Like, I even casted one of his cups until I went to bed, which was pretty good. I think I only got like 12 viewers for it, but it was pretty good casting his thing because, you know, he got me a lot of demos to get into casting to begin with, okay? His Georgian buddies, because he's from Georgia in, you know, of course, the Russia area. Not North America, Georgia, but Russia, Georgia, okay? You know, commie Georgia? American Georgia. By the way, I give him crap about that, saying it's, you know, communist. It isn't communist, but it's, you know, because it's near Russia. Further improvements, well, you know, that's the usual stuff. Basically, I gotta tell you now, it's the usual slang being like, we will try to get rid of toxicity on our platform, and it's still going to exist, you know? Was good casting ESL Open and LPL lower ranks is good. I casted some ESL Advanced in Europe. That was actually quite good. Like, ESL Europe Advanced is probably on tier or better than AU MDL. Oh, not AU MDL, sorry. AU ESL Premier. Okay, I gotta stop calling it MDL since Mountain Dew did not sponsor it anymore. So just in case you guys haven't got the hint yet, Mountain Dew, I don't think renewed their contract to sponsor ESL Premier. There might be a new sponsor, okay? I'm going to say there's probably going to be a new sponsor, but there hasn't been any announcement yet. Because it just feels odd that they up the prize pool and they lose a sponsor. So I think something's going to be announced probably in the next few weeks or maybe even the next few days. Then they'll probably have a new sponsor. I'm not sure. But if not, it's going to be, you know, Gaben. You know, Gaben comes up. Gaben sponsors ESL, you know, ESL Premier. ESL Valve Premier League. It's gonna be like Gaben, you know. Have you guys ever seen this site Dank Memes? And they've got like a picture of Gaben there. That's literally what's gonna happen. That's gonna be like the logo of the league. So it's gonna be like Gaben, you know, ESL Gaben League, ESL Tessia Premier League, dude. I don't think Elon Musk has ever heard of Counter-Strike Global Offensive ever. It'll be funny if he has. Gaben Premier League, exactly. All will fight for the glory of Gaben. Like, they get a trophy of, like, the face of Gaben on it. Nah, I 100% think he has. Dude, I remember when Elon Musk was laughing at a deer. At a deer meme. He just couldn't stop laughing, okay? Just in case you're wondering. He just couldn't stop laughing. It was like a dead deer. And he's like, deer broken. Please return to store. He just couldn't stop laughing. I'm sitting there going like, oh, boy. Elon. Yeah, I heard he became richer than Jeff Bezos. Basically, Amazon employees just had their pay slashed in half because Bezos wants his world richest man back, by the way. PayPal Premier League. Damn, man. That would be quite good. Cuts the middleman out and how the payments go out. But anyway, let's get to the next one, okay? I'm going to say now. G'day, Lagman. Hope you're having a good day. Raid Shadow Legends Premier League. Dude. I'm going to say Nubic will probably break a blood vessel if he sees Raid Shadow Legends Premier League. Peter is a front man. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Anyways. Fun Plus Phoenix reach agreement to sign Godsend roster. Yeah, this is always going to happen. Okay. I gotta say now, Fun Plus Phoenix signed a good roster. Okay, this is a good roster to sign. This is a very good roster to sign with Zen, Stico, Maiden, Falig. You just have to find an IGL and that's it. And I know they're not going to use Emmy. And I thank God they're not going to use Emmy. The main reason why I didn't understand they were using Emmy is because, like, you kicked Crystal out for a person who's a like for Crystal. And you kicked Crystal out for non-performance. And I'm sitting there going, like, you guys know that Emmy's just same as Crystal, but Crystal's probably got more analytical side and Emmy's probably got a little bit more fragging power in him. It's a bit silly. But anyways, a good Stico, actually, no, you're right. I completely forgot about Stico. Stico can be a good IGL. Wasn't he IGL for Mouse at one point? Sorry, I completely forgot. Yeah, you're quite right, because Stico can IGL. But I'm going to say, it's a great pickup. You got great AWPer in Fire League. You got one of the Finnish superstars in Zen. I heard Ents and Harvu were circling around Zen. And that turned out to be completely bunk. He wasn't IGL? I thought he was IGL. He seemed like he was leading the team. But I guess, Stico can do it because he's very experienced. And I got to say, there's a lot of potential in this team. Like, a lot of potential in this team. Sorry, some guys are correcting me that Stico was never IGL of Mouse, which I'm actually surprised about because I thought he was. Chris J was back then? Okay. I thought it was Stico, actually, because Stico seemed like he was leading the team there. Poor Chris J. What about Sunny? Well, I know Sunny is probably going to be leaving Ents. And given how Ents' ex-Ents players seemingly end up in Harvu, Sunny might end up back in Harvu. No, I'm not kidding. I think... has anything been announced by Sunny yet? Like, what's going to happen? I'm not sure about Sunny, but I know Sunny's leaving Ents because... God's sake, Ents. Holy shit. ESL look really bad there. That's a bit of a punch to the face. Sunny, Automatic, and Flusher trying to find an org. With Flusher, it's going to be very hard for him, okay? Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think Sunny's announced anything. Flusher is going to be very hard to find an org. Sunny can find any org, man. Automatic, finding an org... I'm just going to say, like, with anything with Gen G, I said this last time, Gen G too slack. Like, Gen G's telling me, oh, I can't find 2 players. It's just like, you're fucking serious? You have so much NA talent, but you can't find 2 players for Kusta, for the 3 players they had in the coach. Like, ridiculous. Ents are done? Yeah, Ents are done. And that's why ESL looks really stupid, because they gave an ESL Pro League partner spot to Ents, and basically told Harvu to go fuck themselves. So they basically killed 2 Finnish teams for, like... Well, not Finnish teams. They killed 1 Finnish team, and the other Finnish team just imploded. And it's not a good look, given that Harvu would have an ESL... Let's just say none of that happened. Harvu would have an ESL Pro League spot, and Ents aren't even in fucking ESCA Premier to begin with. JJ was talking with Vanity and Zeppa and broke down negotiation to let the players leave. Okay. And now Vanity's gone, and Zeppa's going to Cloud9, I think it is. But either way, mutual agreement between FunPlus and Godsend. This was announced during Christmas, like before Christmas. And yeah. So that's pretty much it. They've been in talk with Sunny, I believe. That's what I heard. Godsend have been talking with Sunny. Probably good enough to get him on board. And yeah, we'll at least, sort of make sure that FunPlus Phoenix actually have a team for Flashpoint. Okay. I know LD Flusher played together and Sunny was in talks with Cloud9. People, only small amount of people blame yourself for the Finnish situation. Yeah, of course. Like, the entire thing is, like, basically this entire situation was from the start when ESL Pro League got divided in 2. They basically just to put the dagger into, Harvu's back even more. Like, people talk about Big and Sprout getting screwed over. I don't think Big and Sprout have, like, you know, a random German team like Alternate Tack suddenly take the ESL Pro League spot. Like, Havu and then I think it's Swole Patrol afterwards were probably the most screwed teams out of this. Like, Havu, not only did they not get an ESL Pro League spot that they were going to get because there was only 3 teams in relegation, it's got promoted to ESL Pro League without being in ESEA. Okay, they were not in no league. Like, they were not even in the league, and they get an ESL Pro League partner spot. I mean, just shoved the dagger in the back even more. Like, they just kept putting it in and out in Havu. And I don't think ESL was surprised when Harvey left the Mount Dew League. Okay, like, I don't think anyone was surprised. Like, when you get treated like that by a TO, like, I don't think they're gonna play in there. Okay, like, I could imagine Harvey's org being like, yeah, we're just getting the fuck out of here. Like, you know, the next thing we can fucking get into, we're just getting the fuck out because we are getting screwed. Like, we got screwed. Because they did. Like, you know, honestly, they got screwed. Like, ESL can be like, you know, okay, we won't let Jose cast any more games, but it's the truth. ESL, like, you did screw Harvey pretty hard. Like, you did, like, I'm really, like, you know, it's stating reality more than saying that you guys are doing a bad job. Because I said ESL doing a good job right now. I'm just saying you really screwed Harvey, okay? Because you did, and ESL did understand. Like, I get it, like, of course I'm trying to save face here, but, you know, like, with ESL, because of course I cast for them. But, like, you know, it happens. Like, it did screw a lot of teams over, and they understand that. And I think that it might be one of their regrets letting Ents in and not letting Harvey in. Because I think Harvey would have been great, because Harvey would have, you know, they probably would have had their team still. I'm going to say that now. They would have still had their team. They probably got some better players as well, but you never know. But anyways, Fun Plus Phoenix side of team. I know we got sidetracked here, but good team, good pickup. FPX, great pickup with Godsend team, good lineup. This team will go somewhere. Okay, this team will probably win, get pretty close to winning a Flashpoint. Now, Woxer got benched at Cloud9, and likely to be replaced by Zeppa. Good article from HLTV once again from Striker. I have no idea why Woxic was benched. There was a story going around that was due to performance, and some people saying he's toxic. I have no idea what to believe at this point. We can always agree with Ents were going to implode soon. I didn't have any idea that Ents were going to implode when they had the bad results coming in. Let's just talk about the Ents discussion. I had no idea. Like, I just thought Ents were just going through poor form, and then they keep switching players over and over again, and that's the sign of a dead team. Like, it happened to Cloud9, ironically enough. The guys are doing an article about right now, where they're, like, literally switching parts of the team without actually letting the team play. I mean, like, they, like, added Sabrosa and stuff like that, and I'm sitting there going, like, guys, you gotta let the players play together. They said it wasn't performance, it was results probably affected his mental state. Yeah, it's something about a mental state or whatever it is. Unrelated to performance, yes, CC, it's not related to performance. Creates question marks around the AWPing role, because just in case you guys are wondering, what if they put Zeppa in, they're not replacing Woxic with an AWPer. Very important thing to mention that, because Zeppa is definitely not an AWPer. I think one of his ex-teammates says that they wouldn't trust Zeppa with the AWP or something like that. It was like, they had a bit of a fun question, and they had, like, the least person to trust with the AWP, and I think one of them said Zeppa, so Zeppa's a great rifler. Not sure they can AWP. Yeah, I was going to say, Floppy and Alex can AWP, because I know Alex was the secondary AWP. And Floppy has been a great secondary AWP for Cloud9 previously, so yeah. Dude, nah, I think it's just a fun, like, trust me, like, you know, when you got, like, 4 other players to say that they're, you know, bad at the AWP, someone's going to get the bullet, okay? Like, it happens. It doesn't mean Zeppa's a bad AWPer. He could be a great AWPer, but his other teammates are really good. You know, it happens. I mean, like, let's say, for example, saying who's the worst AWP in Harvu when they had, like, Do2, Saw, and all that stuff, when all 4 of them AWP. Not idea. But anyways, he's been part of Cloud9 since September. Deal worth 1.4 mil. Buyout fee from Mouse Sports. They got rid of their coach Kazard, which will be the next article. And they are looking to get Elmer Putty in as the coach. So yeah. There's Alex, Mezzi, Floppy, Esatag, Zeppa, and Elmer Putty. Next up, Kazard leaves Cloud9. a lot of people are very, very concerned about Henry G's Colossus, given the fact they lose Cassard. They lose a player and Cassard, and it's only been literally 3 months of this team. So apparently they had a clash between Cassard and Alex's game plan. Just in case I'm wondering, I'm not believing this for a second. Like, I'm literally not believing this for a second. What I'm thinking is that Cassard's going to join up with the X100 Thief boys again. That's my opinion. Options are eliminated. They got Elmer Putty from Gen G. Very fortunate Gen G decided to nope out of Fingo. And also they got Mezzy, but I don't think Mezzy would AWP, to be honest. Mezzy's a good rifler. I guess Esitag would AWP. So talking about Cloud9 here. Roll-wise and skill-wise, Mezzy can AWP, but can he do it at tier 1 capacity? Alex might be able to AWP, but I doubt he does when he's IGLing. I feel like the AWP is probably one of the best for the IGL, in my opinion. Thank you for the follow, by the way. But yeah, like, bit of a worry for Cloud9 supporters that they're losing their coach and they're losing Woxic as well. Now, they talked with Elmer Putty, as I said before, getting him from Gen G to replace Cassard effectively. And they also, as I can say, now they're getting Zappa as well from X Chaos, which should be a big, big pickup. Now, which I don't understand. Like, I'm a bit, well, a bit unlucky there for John G, to be honest. Because John G's a pretty good rifler as well. But I think a lot of the X Chaos boys are probably going to Valorant. Okay. Just going to confirm that now. Like, with these last roles being filled in. But yeah. So yeah, so pretty much Zeppa, big young prospect. There's Leaf as well, but I don't think Leaf's going anywhere. And yeah, so that's pretty much it to go. I hope John G can find a team in Premier. I'm very sure John G's probably going to go elsewhere given his DreamHack interview. It's the most depressing thing ever when an NA org, can't even find the money to put a CSGO team. Okay? High Salt said this as well. I think I did this in the last Chilltime where they said that, so not High Salt, Extra Salt, said there's an absolute vacuum in the NA scene where any org can pick up a pretty decent team. Leaf was going to Valorant after he was treated. Oh yeah, definitely. Jeez. You don't need to get many threats in the DMs to be like, oh, fuck these guys. Like, they don't like me very much. Even though, a lot of the big guys who have got the most respect love Leaf to bits. When you have, 100,000 people DMing you, hoping your family dies and stuff like that, you kind of think, be like, yeah, I don't want to get those DMs every time I win a game against a Brazilian team. So I'm just going to go to Valorant here. It took about extra salt about 3 days to get real sponsors. It took Chaos 11 months to leave CS and not finding a single sponsor. Yeah, that's a weird one as well. You got to realize, are these orgs actually trying to get sponsors, or they're giving the Detroit Lions illusion of trying, just to put an NFL joke in there, where the Detroit Lions pretend to try, but actually aren't actually playing defensive football to begin with, okay? I can't really talk because I'm a Minnesota Vikings fan, so anyway, we give the illusion. But anyway, next up is the New England Whalers have been saved by High Coast. I've never heard any of these orgs before, but it's good to see that a lot of these EU and NA orgs giving a go in CSGO and NA, because there's so much talent and so much potential for your org to get recognized and win money and potentially, be one of those tier 1 teams, because there's fuck tons of NA talent and no one's picking them up. Mad rip on the Lions. Hey, come on, man. Come on. Okay, do you want me to talk about the Jets? Yeah, the New York Jets, okay. Then again, they weren't trying. We just have to wait to how the Valorant just see develop, see what's better or worse, and then when you compare them. Well, they got to fight, at this point with ESCA and everything, and the orgs, they got to fight fire or fire. Swedish org, only HT heroes in the Dorito League, I think. Perfect for an NA org. Doritos League. Next up has to be a Mountain Dew League in 420. High Coast is a geographical place in Sweden where some big companies got their bases. So I guess High Coast could have some financial backings. Okay, I did not know that at all. But yeah, so basically Pawn Alone has finally got a team. And yeah, I think someone mentioned it here. Nah, I agree. It was funny. Oh boy. Dude, I just like ripping on NFC North teams that are below the Vikings. And also the NFC East. As most people call them, as Urinating Tree calls them. Tank Division. Dude, I would love to, like, Vikings would have made the playoffs if they were in NFC East, okay? Let's just be real. They would have made the playoffs. Oh, boy. I can only imagine 4chan SP after the Washington football team made the playoffs. Like, they had a meme last time where they had, like, you know, all these teams that went 11-5 and 10-5. And it had a picture of the Arizona Cardinals on 9-6 making the... Oh, no, it was 9-7 making the playoffs. Well, like, the New England Patriots got 11-5 and did not make the playoffs. But anyways, this team peaked 27 on the world rankings before being released by the Whalers. So basically, Point Alone, Rampage, Ben, DJ, they're going to find one more. And we've got a team ready to go. So there we go. High Coast Esports with their tweets. G'day, Nebby. Hope you're having a good day, my dude. Next up, we got MNA. So I guess another Polish team. They got... Oh, they did pick up Ratifaction in the end. So it looks like, I'm going to say now, I think Team Secret's ESA Premier spot might be picked up by... I'm not sure who's going to pick up that ESA spot left behind by Team Secret, since Ratifaction's moved over. They got Hecto, Sandin, Oscarish from Illuminar. And this is an interesting new team, another international lineup. And I gotta say, the Romanian player Blitz, that's an interesting one. It didn't go through Nexus instead. So, interesting. Interesting, this lineup. And I've got Coach, and I've got a backup as well. I'm not sure if he's related. Canuck, is he, like... I'm not sure how to pronounce his name. Or Cankut, sorry, it's his first name. I'm not sure how to pronounce his first name, but I'm assuming, is he related to Tarek? Might be related to Tarek, you never know. Because he has the same last name as Tarek, you know, Tarek Selic. This is going to be just quick roster moves thing. Fang's talks with Extra Salt, which is xCloud9, basically. So Fang, I believe he was with Thunder Logic's got no team at the moment. And that would make the team JT Sonic, man at the moment, OC, Fang, and TC. Or Motum. People call him Motum, but MOTM means man at the moment, okay? I believe that what Motum means, okay? Very sure of it. And before I'm wrong, it's like man of the match. But either way. Another one which is kind of expected. Sprout released Snatchy, and they're probably going to release Dihar as well. Just in case you're wondering, Sprout, there's been the rumor mill going around that Sprout are going to pick up Slacks and Krezi. Probably great pickups because, you know, Slacks great AWPer, Krezi great rifler. And they're going to move to being full German. So Snatchy and Dihar are going to go out. I am surprised that Dihar's not been picked up yet. Like, I'm honestly surprised that Dihar's not been picked up by any team yet. That means the Valhalla project was a fail. That's why Oscarish is here. Yeah, I guess so. Apparently Snatchy's been picked up by another org. Someone said AGO, which is kind of weird because they still got MHL and AGO. So I'm not terribly too sure what AGO are thinking if they're going to pick up another AWPer in Snatchy who wants that first team role. Dihar, I've heard nothing about, okay? I've heard nothing about Dihar on where he's going. And maybe he could go, I'm going to say now, maybe he could go to Fun Plus Phoenix because they need a rifler, a good rifler. And I think Dihar could fit the role there. Okay. Guess winning Cash Cup is just not enough to get signed in EU? Yeah, probably not. But I'm thinking here with Dihar, I think Dihar could get, like he could go to, I think Wizlight would be a bit of a downgrade for him, but he could go to Fun Plus Phoenix because that'll be a much better spot for him. Because Fun Plus Phoenix will definitely be eyeing those top things. And he'll have, you know, good AWPer behind him. You have good rifles with him as well. I know they need an IGL, but like, you know, Dihar's, I guess say now probably Dihar's a bit better of a rifler than Stiko is. We'll see, we'll see. And just in case you guys are wondering, you know how I said there's a rumor before they do add them, so they added Slacks and Krezi from Alternate Attacks. So yeah. I don't think they were removed because they failed bid for ESL Pro League. Like Dihar and Snatchy were the main reason why Sprout even have a chance in ESL Pro League to begin with. How long do you think this Gen Project and Sprout will work until they go international again? Then going back to German? To be fair, I don't think they're messing careers that much with Dihar and Snatchy. I think Sprout were basically a bit unlucky at the start of the time. But I guess I can... With Percy, he can't be that angry about it. Neosefix and Oscar. Neosefix went to, what was it? Game of Legion anyway, I think it was. I'm trying to think which team he went to. No, it was Nordavind. And they could have really built a roster around that, but in the end, they fell apart. So, Not sure. But like DR and Snatchy, I always knew something was going to change in that. Okay? Knew something was going to change in that. Because like, I didn't expect it to be Snatchy and DR. He went to Heroic first, so yeah, he did go to Heroic first. I didn't expect them to remove DR and Snatchy, the entire reason why they were getting those ESL Pro League spots, in my opinion. But I'm a bit surprised about that, okay? But they picked up Slacks and Crezzy. I'm going to say great pickups by Sprout. Because, you know, Crezzy, very good rifler. Slacks is a very good AWPer. And yeah, so that's the full German lineup. And DR's on the bench. And next up, yeah, with alternate attacks losing Slacks. And they also lost Merbit as well. I think Merbit's just retiring. I'm not too sure where Merbit's going. But yeah, Crezzy and Slacks going elsewhere. They bring up two players from the big academy, being Crimbo and Panix. And people are watching Crimbo. They're waiting for Crimbo to get unleashed on the ESL Premier stage. And basically, I think big academy's ending. Okay, that's all we need to know. And alternate attack still need one more. I've got to still say, with this lineup, we're still Skrunk as the GL and Sheffin still there. Like, I still think... it's not Sheffin, sorry, Stefan. I'm not sure what to kill him. I can call him Stefan, okay? Because his name is Stefan with the L's removed, okay? Big Academy released their roster not long ago. Okay, so that's definitely coming to an end. But yeah, like, I still think they've got a good roster around this. Crystal is the last one joining alternate attacks. Yeah, I guess so, but ooh, I'm not sure about that, given that Skrunk and Crystal kind of like fill the same role. KZY left attacks yesterday, so I think Crystal's going to be the coach. Is that what you're thinking? Because I don't think Crystal would be really a player, given that they would have two IGLs with Skrunk and Crystal. So I don't think they would do that. But yeah, you know, we'll see what happens. And last but not least, they didn't release. They said graduate. Damn, he's got a point there. He's got a point. They did indeed graduate. Now, last but not least is Singularity. And I'm going to tell you now, this is completely expected, given that they benched Tobiz and they benched Cellrate at one point. Yeah, they're getting kicked out, obviously. I don't know who they're going to bring in. Good old Dana Shuffle. I think Chris will play and that Skrunk will leave after 8 maps. Okay. Skrunk and Sheffin are just there for the MDL spot. Okay, true, yeah. Then I'm going to say this with alternate attacks. Who are they going to get with those two players? Are they just going to like purchase like big academy players? But either way, let's talk about Singularity. Like, I'm not terribly too sure. Like, basically, Singularity changed their roster too much. Yeah, they can pick up all the unicorns, but I wouldn't recommend picking up all the unicorns unless it's the new guys that are in there. With Singularity, I gotta tell you now, the reason why Singularity like were relegated is because they changed their roster too much. That's pretty much it. They changed their roster far too much, and that's why they're in the shit. Okay, that's why they got relegated from MDL, and they actually did talk about it. That like they kept moving on the best talent, like, you know, being Mertz, Jabby, Queen X, and all those guys to different teams and stuff like that. Singularity might get an ESL Premier spot. Why? Merbit doesn't want to play with alternate attacks. Yeah, that's what I heard. Merbit said that. But like, I'm not too sure like if Singularity would get that spot, to be honest. Given that 9 is also eligible for it as well. I know which spot you're talking about with Team Secret spot up in the air at the moment, because no one's claimed Team Secret spot. Considering I think there's gonna be either Percy and SMF, Radifaction's gone elsewhere, and there's Narquez and Synopsy. You sure? Like, 2 teams most likely not fulfilling their roster. Oh yeah, true. they could make an amendment for that. Which teams are not going to be fulfilling their roster rules? Like, which teams would that be? Illuminati Secret will leave MDL. Yeah, I know Illuminati released their roster, but I think the players keep the spot. If they want to keep the spot, that is. I know Secret have left, Finger. Maybe even Fate? Yeah, Fate have lost Han. That's the worst part. I did see Fate lost Han. Yeah, I was going to put this, like, you know, kind of thing. Like, last discussion, because that was the last article I wanted to take a look at. But yeah, I know Fate lost Han, which is a big loss. Like, a massive loss. Like, you know, he was basically the main part of their team. I'm going to say that now. I feel like, Anarchez and Synopsy could make a team around, their team secret spot. Fate's coach left last night? Okay. Like, I reckon with that team secret spot, I reckon Anarchez and Synopsy can build a roster around that. Like, they can probably bring a few guys in and, like, have fun with it. Like, they've had a lot of cash cups with Loba. Anarchez wasn't in the team. Anarchez knows that the team split up. But, like, him and Synopsy can probably pick that one up. Fate probably disbanded. The coach left last night. So that means Singularity in 9. I'm going to tell you now, I think Singularity in 9 will be auto-promoted if that's the case. Because 9 also were the ones that died at the last hurdle. That'd be good for 9, actually, because I did like 9's roster. Like, 9's roster has been quite good. So it would be really good to see them in the ESL Premier. Like, with, Executioner X and stuff like that. So not Executioner Q. Ask Sam what the plans are, because I doubt X Secret will be a thing. No, what I'm saying about that, like, Sam's with Team Secret, so he's not managing those guys anymore. Like, he's just a CSGO manager. I don't think he'll be managing them anymore. No, what I'm reckoning, lag, is that either, like, SMF and Percy could do something, because they own us, they could grab the spot. Or, Anarchez or Synopsy could do something with it. Like, have the, Albanian, mix in there. Yeah, I gotta say, I'd love to see 9 in ESA Premier. Singularity, if Singularity wants to stay in Premier, they can't do what they did last season and change like 20 fucking roster moves and try to like sit in the thing. It's like, it's not going to happen. Like, you're going to get relegated. Even though I love Singularity a bit, okay? Because I love Singularity a bit, okay? I love their teams and stuff like that. I love, the Danish roster they had earlier where they were beating big teams with this like non-heard of roster. It's mostly like Anarchez and SMF, but someone said they can't stand each other. Oh boy. I reckon like Anarchez and Synopsy could be a thing, because Synopsy is a good rifler, and Anarchez is an incredible AWPer. And they could just bring in like an Albanian mixed team. Like, they could bring in, Flatroo. They bring in, who else is the other one as part of it? Rigon, but I think Rigon's actually got a team now, so that ruins that one. But they've got a lot of, that was it, Tudson as well. Like, they could bring in a lot of players in there. I love Sig because of Remoy. Oh, Remoy's doing very well. Like, Emil's really, really good. Like, I do enjoy Emil and stuff like that team. Like, Emil took up AWPing duties when he has never been a main AWP for a team. And that's pretty good, actually. Like, I'm going to say it now. For a person who never primarily AWPs to just AWP for the sake of it, he actually did a pretty decent job, actually, when I was casting his ESA Premier games. But let's see what's available at the moment. Well, actually, for him. But I'm wondering how the Danish shuffle is going to work at the moment, because, like, there's a lot of Danish teams that, like, the tier 2 scene that don't have any Danish players because they've flipped them all to different teams. But anyways, guys, that's going to conclude. Actually, let's say Nordovan getting HS Supra. Oh, they can get Supra easy. Salsoy, Merbit, and Anarchez are some boys. Answer going Danish and Nordic. Interesting. This is just a rumor mill going in, guys, with chat, just in case you guys want it on YouTube. Jeez. You guys have got the rumor mill running. I'm surprised you guys haven't produced, like, you guys produced the rumor mill, okay? Anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for Chill Time with Jose today. We got a lot to discuss. We've probably got a lot to discuss next week when the ESL Premier League is going to start. Maybe some more announcements as well. And yeah, see what happens. Decay reported, before we go, guys, Decay reported that TMB and Snappy are going to ENTS. Damn. Yeah, No 10 Iceberg was a surprise for me in Singularity. I've never seen them play okay before, but I did expect it to be as good. Yeah, they were actually quite good. But anyways, guys, if you guys enjoyed the podcast, subscribe. If you guys want to hear more of it, subscribe. If you want to hear it live, you can go to my Twitch channel. And you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram and stuff like that. You can see when I go live. So see you guys in YouTube, and hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace.